Yeah, so like in schools, our weights and heights are measured in front of everyone. Like all the students are there, most of the teachers are there too. So like, should that stop? Because like sometimes
Yes,
students get demotivated because of it.
definitely, definitely. See, what are we teaching? What are we teaching in school when we are supposed to teach equality? When we are supposed to teach skills, and when we are supposed to tell that. We have to boost up each and every kid's morale and tell that you are no less. You're all shining stars in a galaxy. Then where does the question of comparison come? I mean, I too am very against even in things like debates and all. Also, I mean, it is never healthy. Arguments are never healthy. I don't believe in that. It is only competitive spirit is good. It's something that you guys are born with. You millennials are born with competitive spirit. If you ask me, I have a zero streak of competitiveness in me. I'm not at all competitive. I'm a very moody person, very laid back, and I have my set ideologies, and I like to sway my way through that. But I strongly say this, and I've pointed it out to many people also. Even not only in schools, even in many. Yeah, very many interviews and medicals that are done in front of people. There are many other professions also where these things are done, and measuring of height and all. First of all, it should be done in a very personal vicinity and not in front of everybody. And in schools specifically, what are you teaching them? That a certain height is better and a certain height is not, a certain weight is better and a certain weight is not. Okay, we do agree that we all need to be healthy and above a certain weight where we don't get any disease or stuff like that. But beyond that, what are we inculcating? We're inculcating a fear of numbers. I'm sure you must have seen a picture that's been trending in Pinterest and social media like from many years. A girl, a little baby girl, she's got a belly roll and she's holding it with her hands. She's got a scissors in the other hand and she's trying to cut it. So that's the kind of impact that you are making on, in the lives of young children. And it's not about a girl or a boy anymore. I have seen boys, there are boys who message me. You won't even believe how many DMs of admissible suicide. I mean, like they have agreed over messages that they are really on the brink of committing suicide, almost as if it was a trend, and they were not able to cope up because see, already there is a lot of competition in this world. Already you guys have to strive so hard to reach where you want to. Your dreams are higher, your aspirations are higher. Nobody wants anything lesser in life. And everybody is striving and striving and striving, and it's so fast paced, it's so chaotic. Already just so much of it is there, which is causing a lot of pressure on the tender minds. And again, these small things, they go unnoticed, completely unnoticed by education system. And very nice question. I'm very happy that you asked me this question. These are the thinking points. These are the points that need to be thought and thought well upon. And I was about to today, I had come with a mind to tell you that you guys can bring a lot of change in your school. And yeah, this is the first thing you can discuss it when you guys you guys do have meetings, no, with teachers, and you have reps and
Yeah.
everything. You should point it out. You should point it out. This is not done. And things are so redundant and obsolete and still being followed in schools, while you guys in your age are doing Zoom meetings. There are still measuring tapes in your schools and weighing scales, telling children that they're not equal, that there is something wrong with them. I'm sorry. This needs to, go away.
Yes. So in that
It's
article, I wrote that in school, what should matter is your abilities and what you're capable of. But instead of that, like there's this one day every term. I guess we have either 2 or 3 terms, depending on primary or secondary. And every term there's a weight and height check, and people are just trying to avoid that because it's more of your baseline than your capability, and that's just really mean.
And I totally relate to it. I get where you guys are coming from. I've done that all my life. We used to dodge our medicals like anything. And there was nothing wrong with me. There was no medical issue. I mean, I would never even get fever or, cough. I was that strong and, immune. And I used to play, football. I was the team captain. I was used to play swimming. I was a dancer. I was the school president, but I used to get shit scared of my medicals. And that comes to one question, that am I not enough? When am I going to be enough? How much more proofs do I need to give to this world? But then I think now, and I look back, and it's a shitty way of administration, and the education system needs a rehaul very, very badly. And you know what, all those experiences led me in my school time to open one magazine, and I used to write the there were few columns. In fact, in the entire magazine, I was a magazine editor at that time, and I had started this agony aunt karke ek column. I used to write it, and it was supposed to be a monthly one, but it started happening that it urged girls. I was in a girls' school, actually. I was in a convent. So I started this column, and people started opening up. Earlier, nobody would talk about stuff. And they used to call me agony aunt, because if anything went wrong in any of the school, the girls would come to me and talk about it, like even before this magazine. And I would just boost them up, or just listen to them, or do whatever a kid can do at that time. So I opened this in a very fun manner. I opened this magazine and started doing this column, and then later on it went on to become the state newspaper column. It was in a government state newspaper, which was a huge thing for me, because I come from Jammu and Kashmir, a very, very closed, culturally closed state, and not that open to new norms and rebellion and revolution as much Mumbai city is. So it went on to become a great column, and you wouldn't believe the gory details. Girls started pouring their hearts anonymously. They would write to me, and they would leave their notes in a box, and I would go home. I would collect them. I would go home. I would read, and I would cry. I would cry my heart out. Their pain touched me, and I had no clue that such a secure atmosphere I am being educated in, and such a prestigious institution I am in, and this is all this is happening. Until it happened with me, I had no clue about it. And your magazine can be really, really a venting station for so many people out there. And that is why I touched upon this topic, because I became the Ragini Aunt, and then it became a weekly subscription, and where I would discuss anonymous things, and girls would come back and would write back again with their things, and a lot of body image issues, a lot of harassment issues, a lot of depression. अभी तो बहुत trend कर रहा है depression, but trust me, it is nothing new. It's been there for ages. Only thing is, it wasn't ever acknowledged. I'm at least glad that it is acknowledged now. It is a medical issue, and it can be treated very well. But we have to think that what is causing it? What is causing it? All this body image issues, this competitiveness, this disparity that we are educating children with. Itna pressure agar school time pe hoga, then how would they be, free-spirited minds? They would never be able to, fly with their wings wide open in the sky. They wouldn't be able to. So yeah.
I'll just ask one more question, because my battery is at 5% right now. There's a very fine, according to me, there's a fine line between positive feedback and body shaming. Like, for example, a very close relative or a very close friend, and you see that they have gained or more than they should have, and it could impact them. So, like, you could try to go up to them and convince them to start to take a bit care of themselves. So, like, what do you think is the actual difference between positive feedbacks and body shaming?
I would say that in my lifetime, I've witnessed less of positive feedbacks and more of shaming, because I've always found a tinge of shaming attached to what this. Because again, another thing that I wanted to address today was etiquettes. People need to be educated in verbal etiquettes. It is not. It's even a responsibility of education system and institutions as a whole, and even teachers, to teach you. They only teach you how to sit properly, how to talk to girls, how to open a door for the girls, for the girls to be, how to sit with their legs closed, or their bosoms covered and stuff like that. But I'm sorry, that is not what etiquette is all about. We all are born today in upper middle class family, most of us, and we all are taught at home how to eat properly, what are table manners, and how to say good morning and good evening. There is more to it, and in fact, more than youngsters, it is we the adults who need to relearn it. We have to unlearn what we've already learned. First thing that we have to unlearn is we have become samaj ke thekedars. We have become, we are elders. We're supposed to be responsible, but we start believing, even our parents. There's a very thin line between that. You don't own somebody. There's a very, very thin line. Let each and everybody, who do you love yourself? I mean, in your life most? You will say we love our mama most, we love our papa most. It's a very obvious answer. But I say that I love myself a lot. And let me tell you, whenever, God forbid, any danger comes, we would definitely protect our own selves. Sabse pehle karte hi hain. It's an instinct we are born with. So we would be worried more about our health. I think nobody else can worry, and our parents, of course. Nobody else but our parents and us know us the best, and they are the ones. So first of all, मुझे लगता है कि unsolicited advice की ज़रूरत ही नहीं है. People don't need to. I don't see too many relatives, or I don't see in my inner circle anybody worrying and pointing me in a way that can hurt me. They would never do that. And first of all, मेरा खुद का जो है ego, it is not a fragile glass का thing कि I should get touchy with every single word. I am who I am. I mean, first of all, I need to understand that stuff कि इतना influence, इतना क्यों लेना है दिल पे? Why do I have to be so touchy about stuff? First thing. Secondly, we can very well take care of ourselves, and our innermost circle is the one who would tell us, and we would understand them. Then third thing is verbal etiquette, which is lacking. And how? Oh my God. I mean, you wouldn't believe me if I have the audacity to call fans. I mean, I should not, but I mean, there are people who have been following me, and if I go somewhere and I meet them, so we are your huge fans and stuff. Some of them come up and they talk, and one such girl met me and she said, "Oh, I love your work, what you're doing. You're a very positive person, and I love you a lot, and you're a huge fan. I was telling my mama, she doesn't know your name, na, the one who's very healthy and very chubby and tall. उनकी बात कर रही हूँ मैं." तो she at once understood कि ये आप हो. Now that girl was just showing her love. I did not get affected by it. Not at all. I could understand. I should be able to differentiate between her telling me this thing and in a positive way and not getting affected. It wasn't a taunt. But again, if I come and talk about verbal etiquette, did she have that? No. That is not a way to compliment someone. Doing these gestures, they can be like, probably I was in a very happy state that day. But what if you come across me at a time when I'm probably the lowest? I already have everything negative going around me. I'm already having my self-doubts. I mean, I'm a work in progress probably at that time. I am like making efforts and things are not turning. See, imagine to nahi hai na. I mean, you can work out and change, but you cannot change your frame. You cannot change who you are born, I mean, to be. So it's always going to be with you. I mean, I'll tell you my journey. I've been all shapes and sizes possible in my journey. I was a stick thin person. I became a curvy person. I went back and worked out, and I became again voluptuous person. Then it keeps happening with me. Every 2 years, I change my body type, and not under any pressure. That's how my body is. I like to work out. Then I sloth. I don't work out. It's human tendency. I'm overworked. I don't work out. But I care a damn what people think. But this has always been me. And I have understood now at this age that it is going to be associated with me. But tell me one thing. When I was at the perfect so-called, according to the society norms, the perfect shape, they were still taunting me. They were still giving me feedbacks. They were still giving me, oh, तुम इतनी पतली हो गई हो, you are now, you started looking aged. Oh my God, you're having blackheads on your face. You started having pigmentation. I mean, there is no positive feedback. I don't agree with positive feedback. And then there is definitely a need of educating people to have verbal etiquettes, because there is a way a thing needs to come across to you. If now I say ki, if you don't mind, you feel, are you feeling all right? And if somebody notices me not being able to do my job better, or probably getting tired easily, and just somebody who's probably into fitness, or somebody who's a fitness guru, and coming and telling me ki, if you do pranayama more, you will be at better health. She has the right to do so. If my yoga teacher comes and tells me certain things, that no, you are doing less, you should do more Surya Namaskars, that will get you into a better shape, better strength, and better shape and strong. So now that I can still say it's a positive feedback. But who has the right to do so? We have to decide that. And first of all, a person who's giving feedback has to look into his own self. That is he 100 on 100 in everything? First of all, we don't have the right to give ऐसे ही किसी को भी feedback unless we have an authority over the subject. You got my point. And yeah, verbal efficacy is very, very important. And I'm hoping and I'm hopeful that through your medium, you guys will educate youngsters and everybody. I mean, every day they come and approach, and they such callously, they without even realizing that they are shaming, they shame you. मजाक करते हैं हम लोग, लेग पुलिंग करते हैं फ्रेंड सर्कल में, कितनी ज्यादा करते हैं. बट किसकी लेग पुलिंग ज्यादा होती है? जो थोड़ा सा नॉर्मल एक्सेप्टेड नॉर्म्स से बाहर हो, either too skinny or little bulge with thin hair, or somebody wearing chashma. A normal person जिसको कोई ऐसा उसको कोई पूछता भी नहीं है, to be very honest. और उसी के ऊपर ज्यादा pointed fingers होती हैं जो थोड़ा सा normal norm से हटके होता है. I call myself special. We are special. We are special children of God. God only bestows somebody with that much amount of issues in their life that they can tackle and make you even more stronger. So we are blessed. We're blessed to be who we are, whatever body shape, whatever body type we are. So what I'm saying is verbal efficacy is very, very important. Like I always get that. I mean, you asked me about that media question. I personally don't feel ashamed of anything. But when people reach up to me and they acknowledge me in their excitement, चाहे वो मेरी तारीफ ही कर रहे हों, they end up shaming me without even realizing it. So that's the crux of it.
So, do you think because of this Instagram world and then the Twitter world and there's the whole social media thing, do you think the perfect body image which they portray, for example, Kendall Jenner, she's a beautiful woman and she's so thin and beautiful. I mean, she's one of the world's top models, but people still say your siblings looks much better than you. You're too thin, you're too skinny, and then to fat people they say you're too ugly. I mean, there's always this constant thing. So how do you think the media perpetuates this thin ideal or the fat ideal or the perfect body ideal?
Oh my God. And again, another very important question. And yes, media is something that opens up so much backlash, so much hatred, so much trolling in front of you. And but the thing is that the choice is yours. You dive into it knowingly. So you got to be that thick-skinned before getting into it. Do you think it would affect Kylie that much? I don't think so, because she's a strong woman. I think she has seen much more odds than this to be where she is now. Having said that, I am not also a very huge fan of her, because she is also promoting a lot of I'm not judging her, but what I know the proof of is that she's also promoting the disillusioned ideals of beauty by promoting lip surgeries and Botox and stuff like that, and excessive skinning waste. Body shapers were never in so much trend until and unless Kim Kardashian made. I used to love her. I still do. I love that woman. She's got that fire in her eyes, and that of a businesswoman. She's a good entrepreneur. She's earning it, and she might as well. Businessmen, these tricks and tips go better. I'm endorsing multiple, products, and very much I know that what am I promoting. But you need to draw a thin line. You need to retrace back a little bit somewhere down the line. If people are getting influenced by you, if young minds are getting influenced by you, then you have a responsibility in social media to be at a very balanced space. When I entered into this blogging sphere, it was very late. Blogging to मैं काफी देर से कर रही हूँ, but into influencing, I would say until recently, when I started doing endorsements. Now, earlier on, I would take up anything and everything, all the projects, without having this consciousness in my head that what a person watching this will have an effect on. Now, I'm still doing all sorts of work, but I am at least thinking about it and choosing my work, making some conscious baby steps into a sustainable lifestyle, which is very important. And yes, again, I would tell you and request you guys to mention this thing, because the responsibility is on your shoulders of while talking about rest of the issues that we spoke about already, talking about sustainable lifestyle. We are constantly aping and buying and dreaming and aspiring to look up to people and be like them, and they have 10 outfits, I want 20. And all constantly picking ourselves of not looking like somebody else. You are your own self, and in time you will get settled and you will grow up to be somebody who people look up to, of course. And with your own hard-earned money, you should decide what you need to buy and what not. So you have to start thinking about sustainability, sustainable living, because it is affecting the climate around you, the nature around you, the earth on which you live. And if you want to continue to live and you want your other generations to survive, you have to start building upon that right now. So I am still endorsing many products because I have to earn, but now I am picking and choosing organic, sustainable products that are vegan, cruelty friendly, that are not harmful for anyone, that are pocket friendly, that are in budget. First of all, because I would earlier flaunt high branded stuff without thinking once that, the girls were looking up to me and they must be yearning and thinking that, oh, I cannot afford it right now. Social media is a flooded river and will take you down with itself. Where on one side it has got its positives, it is connecting us with so much and it is providing us with so many avenues. Today you can think of a dream and you can achieve it. You can think of a career and you can do it. You can do your own startup. Even as a student, you can start doing it. You have these Zoom meetings and stuff like that. You can work from home. Earlier it wasn't so. So it's all thanks to social media. But again, we need to be very, very content specific. We need to know which influencer, blogger, celebrity personality we need to buy the content from. So I have started being very picky of what projects I embark on, and I'm picking up clothes that are from, see, our economy has dealt a major blow during Corona. I mean, we're all struggling. There are people who are out of jobs. There are youngsters who are thinking now, what next? In schools के exams नहीं हो रहे, boards suffer कर रहे हैं. There are so many things that are happening around us. और students का future जो है वो stake पर है. And उसके ऊपर I'll keep on shopping and showing people new clothes. Does that justify? No, I don't think so. So I have started talking about homegrown brands, local small entrepreneurs, small homegrown brands, because they have suffered a lot. They don't have that kind of money that they can rope in the celebrities, high paid celebrities, and endorse, and hence their clothes don't reach everyone. And fast fashion is reaching everybody because it is mass produced and it is easily available. Sasta hai. So next time when you buy a cloth, please think who has made it and what are the sources that reach you. I used to love Zara, H&M. I still do. I'm crazy about the clothes. But I got to know during COVID that in Bangladesh and in India, they did not pay a pura saal ka amount of money to the workers, and they all went hungry and their kids died, and they have still not paid their dues, and they are all doing greenwashing is just for the sake of promotion. They will say कि हमारे कपड़े organic हैं, handmade हैं, ये है वो है, जबकि ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Everything is machine made and they are mass producing their stuff. Mass production में पैसा कम लगता है और ज़्यादा आप कमाते हो. While sustainable clothing and sustainable living lifestyle is a very everything is done by hands, by artisans directly, and artisans get paid more than the person selling it, and the clothes are all Indian and homegrown. I mean, of course, apni country ka hai to, and sustainable, long shelf life, and it is also in keeping with the traditions of our country, the arts of our country, the culture of our country. We have such good embroidery, such tie and dye and stuff like that. So this is what I have to say. The social media pe agar aap aa rahe ho for just for fun, now is not the time. We all have a responsibility. So whenever you come on a platform, come with a responsibility. First, what kind of a content you're watching, who you are following, and third, is their content relevant to the society and not harming the impressionable minds and not telling you to be somebody you are not, or telling you to be a version of yourself that you never thought you would be. You don't want to be that person, and disillusioning your minds and depressing your minds and telling you stuff that is not okay, that can play havoc with your mental health. You need to think before buying a cloth, wearing one. Just ask yourself these questions. So I'm taking these baby steps. So I'm proud of myself that I've started this journey, and I am hoping that other people who see me do so. And my content do not be a burden on anybody's health.